Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Here to highlight some new Steam game deals and historic lows and some other deals as well. We got one deal that is pretty notable for Lunar New Year, and it's a major game. Hasn't been seeing a lot of discounts, but it's seeing its deepest discount yet. We've got a couple of other historic lows and a couple of other deals. A lot of PlayStation stuff on sale, so we'll go over that in a little bit. But first of all, Black Myth Wukong is 25% off for $44.99. This is, in fact, the cheapest this game has ever been, and it's one of the best received games in recent memory. It's got a very positive reception, 67,000 reviews, 93%, just shy of overwhelmingly positive, but the game's absolutely beloved, and it is a game that's been holding up in price. A lot of these games that have been coming out, I feel that have been like these new IPs that have just been breakouts, or just breakout games in general. They'll come out, and they might even be priced really well. Like, Wukong is a game they could have easily charged $70 for, but they charged $60. Same with Expedition 33. But then after they come out and after they get incredibly strong reception, they just hold in price for a long time. And when you're at the quality level of Wukong, when you're at the quality level of Expedition 33, you can kind of understand that. But Black Myth Wukong is a game that I really enjoyed from the standpoint of, I thought the aesthetics were great, I thought the setting was great, and the game overall is really, really good. It is a challenging action RPG, so you guys know from my vantage point, you know, those are games that usually whoop me pretty bad, but I had a great time with Wukong. And I thought it was a really solid game, all things considered. A lot of depth to the combat as well. And recently, GameSigns did put out the cinematic video for, I guess, in-engine. It's really not connected to the follow-up Black Myth title, but nonetheless, they put out an in-engine video, however you want to take it. But Wukong was great. $44.99 again, a game that came out 18 months ago, literally 18 months ago, came out August of 2024. That is quite pricey, but, you know, when a game is at the caliber and the quality level of Wukong, you can kind of understand it. You know what I'm kind of curious about? What is the concurrent player count for Wukong these days? 5,000 people still playing the game. I mean, I feel like that's pretty good for a single-player game that came out 18 months ago. So, yeah, 25% off for $44.99, and the digital deluxe edition is 25% off for $52.49. All right, moving on from that, we do have some other deals that I certainly want to highlight. Another deal on a major title that's been holding up in price. Stellar Blade is 25% off for $44.99, while the complete edition is 25% off for $59.99 as well. Now, Stellar Blade, to be fair, did just hit PC back in June of last year, so it's only 8 months old, but it's a game that initially came out all the way back in April of 2024 on PlayStation 5. And PlayStation games on PC just generally hold up in price for eons. Not really anything you can do about that. Kind of just gotta accept it for what it is. But excellent action title here, and phenomenal soundtrack. The story, I get it, people are a little bit down on it, but I thought the story was fine for what it was, and we know that they're gonna be focusing on it more in the sequel, since that was the one area where people criticized the game. But overall, it's a great game, and I'll always say it when it comes to Stellar Blade. Given the state of PC gaming and how many bad, atrocious PC versions we get, I feel like y'all should support games that are incredible PC versions. Stellar Blade is a legit phenomenal PC version. And yes, I know, it runs on Unreal Engine 4. Maybe that's a part of the reason, but guess what? There have been UE4 games that ran like dog crap as well. UE5 is more prone to running like dog crap, but Stellar Blade, even on UE4, first of all, looks phenomenal. Y'all just go back to UE4. If UE5 is going to give us this much problems, and if that's why Stellar Blade was a good PC version, I don't care. Just go back to UE4 and make the games look like Stellar Blade. I'm totally good on that, but yeah, the game ran just so well. Steam Deck verified, and runs well on the deck. Just support games like this. Even if you don't pick it up now, at least at some point pick it up when it is at a deeper discount. So I'm not going to tell everybody run out and buy a game for $45. That's a hefty price point, but I digress. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is 50% off for $34.99, but you want to pick up one of the bundles. You could get Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater and the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection version of Metal Gear Solid 1 for $34.28. That's probably the bundle you should pick up. You know, fingers crossed that at this state of play coming up, we get the announcement of Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2, so we could get Metal Gear Peace Walker, MGS4, and I don't know what else they would put in there, maybe Revengeance, or it might just be MGS5 as a re-release, but who cares? We need MGS4 and we need Peace Walker, and certainly Rising as well on modern platforms. Rising available on PC, but I digress. You get MGS, Delta Snake Eater, and Metal Gear Solid 1 here with this bundle, which you know, some people would say play Metal Gear Solid 3 and then play Metal Gear Solid 1 after that. Really, you should probably, and people commented this when I talked about Delta Snake Eater, you should probably just play the games if you really want to play all of them in the order of release. That's probably the best way to go through the games, and that's probably the way you'll have the most worthwhile experience. Delta Snake Eater does take place before Metal Gear Solid 1, so take that for what you will, but yeah, it's a great game. Metal Gear Solid 3 is one of the greatest video games of all time, and Delta Snake Eater is a great remake of it, so there you go with that. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is 50% off for $34.99. This is holding up in price, you know, not seeing a lot of deeper discounts. I really like Sparking Zero. I get that a lot of people had their issues with it, maybe from an online standpoint, maybe replayability, I don't know. Maybe balancing as well, but like, dude, if you were going into Sparking Zero expecting like the greatest balancing in the world and this online focus, I just don't know what you were expecting out of this game. And I did talk about it before Sparking Zero came out, that one of the limitations on PC is that community is going to die really quickly. That happens with every anime fighting game on PC, and to be fair, Sparking Zero does still have, you know, 1,500 concurrent players on Steam, which is okay for a game like this, and I really did enjoy it from the standpoint of the single player having a lot of content, and I knew what I was getting myself into. It was going to be a Dragon Ball Tenkaichi-esque experience. Like, this is the game that, you know, when I have my buddies over, we'll play it for a while, and then, you know, I don't take it that seriously. I played a lot of it when it initially came out, and yeah, we'll go back and we'll play it every now and again, but, you know, I just wasn't expecting this experience to have me perpetually playing for years and years, and I think that's honestly one of these issues that I think people have in gaming in general when they buy a game and they expect it to entertain them for, like, 35 hours a day for the next 6 years or something like that. But nonetheless, it is what it is. $35 on that. Next up, as a part of the Tecmo Koei sale, and I haven't mentioned this one yet, but it's a great deal, Fate Samurai Remnant, 25% off for $29.99. Now, they slashed the base price of this down to $39.99. The Digital Deluxe Edition with the DLC content is $44.99, which is a pretty decent deal, given that it's a Tecmo Koei title, and these games hold up in price for eons. Like, it's all relative. You know, Black Myth Wukong is a good deal, relatively speaking, because it's just been holding up in price. Same thing with a lot of the Tecmo Koei games. I will say this. Fate Samurai Remnant is awesome. This game is so underrated, and if you want to talk about a game that was kind of specifically made for me as far as my taste in video games and what I like aesthetically, and what I like as far as themes in a video game, Fate Samurai Remnant was it. It was literally it. The one thing it's missing is that it doesn't have English voice acting. I would have liked it to have English voice acting, but as far as the setting, Edo, Japan, anime art style, fast-paced Musou gameplay with a lot of flash and stylish visuals. I love this game. I thought it was great. Does it have its issues? Absolutely. I won't kid you guys. There are certainly some issues with this game, but man, for my taste in games, it was fantastic, and I had a great time with it. Fairly lengthy as well, and there's quite a bit of replayability. $30 on that. Really did enjoy that game, so wanted to give that a shout. Let's rapid fire through some PlayStation titles to wrap up this video. Days Gone is 60% off for $15.99, which is a pretty good deal. This does not include the Broken Roads DLC, which is essentially the content that was put into the remastered version of Days Gone on consoles. There's a horde mode and things of that nature and some bonuses. Nothing too crazy. It's a good game. You know, it does end in a way that you would really want to Days Gone 2, but yeah, Ben Studio is kind of fried, and I don't know if Days Gone 2 will ever come to fruition. It probably won't, so it is what it is. But the game itself is a really good open world action zombie title. Pretty good as far as that's concerned. Speaking of zombie action games, Last of Us. Last of Us 1 is $29.99. Last of Us Part 2 still holding up at $39.99. Came out almost a year ago at this point on PC. Still $40. I mean, that's just the song and dance with PlayStation PC titles. Last of Us Part 1 is incredible, and literally, you guys, remember, this is one of the worst PC ports of all time when it initially came out. Recent reviews, 1,100 reviews, overwhelmingly positive. That's how you fix up a PC version, alright? This game was a pile of dog crap when it came out, but it's made quite the comeback. A game that I've completed an absurd number of times. It's incredible. It's Last of Us. Everybody should play it. Last of Us Part 2 is a train wreck from a narrative standpoint, but actually some of the best gameplay I've ever experienced out of a video game, and most people agree with that. The story is super divisive. Some people like it, And then some people like me think it's a pile of trash. Like, I could go on a lengthy rant about it, but most of you guys already know. Yeah, so it's not a story about revenge. It's a story about forgiveness. It's like, bro, I don't care how many times you tell me it's a story about forgiveness. I actually don't care. I have the ability to utilize 2 of my 3 remaining brain cells. I can comprehend what the story of Last of Us Part 2 was. It wasn't something that was earth-shatteringly new, okay? Relax there, buddy. But nonetheless, that's just like everybody, the Last of Us Part 2 defense squads, like, defense of this game. You didn't understand the game. Like, they want to diminish your opinion about the narrative, so they're like, you didn't understand the themes of the game. It's not about revenge. It's about forgiveness. It's just like, all right, bro, shut up. Nonetheless, the gameplay is incredible. And the updates they made in the remastered version are quite good as well. No Return's awesome as well, so $39.99 on that. And then I'll give a shout out to Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Unfortunately, you gotta get the remastered version, and you gotta pay an arm and a leg for it, $30. The live service game that they're coming out with looks like an absolute pile of dog crap, but Horizon Zero Dawn's a legit tremendous game. I thought it was fantastic, and the narrative in Zero Dawn was so strong. I love how the mystery unraveled as you played the game, and it just gave you layer of information and expanded the world in a really great way. Side content's well done. Frozen Wilds was pretty good. Loved Horizon, man. Horizon's one of those franchises that a lot of people have mixed opinions about. For me, it's my comfort food. Like, Horizon, a lot of the times, as far as open world games go, like, obviously Red Dead 2 at a level of its own, but Horizon Zero Dawn, I think is fantastic, and the world is just so great, as is Forbidden West. Forbidden West just kind of goes off the rails narratively, but nonetheless, a lot of great deals available. Wukong, 25% off, and a lot of other deals. Stellar Blade, PlayStation titles. Fate is definitely a good pickup. Check that out, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.